What is up? What is up? YouTube, how you doing? Check this out, man. This is a great video for a beginner, and we're going to talk about it right after this intro. Let's check it out. Growth's got a formula most never learn. You don't need luck or talent, structure is earned. If you're ready to build and you know it's your turn, start with the 4 free videos. Earn as you learn. Click on the more below to sign up. That's right, man. Uncle Mike has actually put together 4 free videos where you can sign up and check out our 4 free videos to give you the A to Z, why you should do a YouTube channel and how the world is changing. I like that part. But anyway, check this out. This video right here, I thought this was really important, man. I upload it to YouTube once a week for a whole year. There's a new YouTuber, a beginner YouTuber. You may only have enough time to do one video for a week. That's 4 videos a month. I suggest you try to double that and make it 2 videos. But since he did it for a whole year, let's see what happened. This will be interesting. Give him a thumbs up. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check it out.
1 year ago, I committed to uploading 1 video every single week. 52 videos later, I went from barely scraping by to 49,000 subscribers and full-time income. But the views and the growth aren't what taught me the most. It's the 52 brutal lessons that I learned along the way. The stuff that actually moves the needle versus the stuff that's just noise. So I'm going to share all 52 of them with you, rapid fire. I'm going to save you years of trial and error. Lesson 1. YouTube takes time. I became a full-time YouTuber this year, but it didn't happen overnight. I spent months wondering if what I was doing was even working.
Took me 2 years. No, it took us 3 years. It took us 2 years to see some growth going. But after that, it took me, we've been doing it for 7 years, and I've been doing this full time for only 1 year. But I made a lot of mistakes, man. When I'm talking about I was determined to make this thing work. So here we go.
Such inconsistent results that I couldn't piece together why things flopped or succeeded. It felt random. But it takes time to figure things out. You'll work hard on YouTube, but see no growth. Don't give up. Your effort isn't wasted. You just haven't cracked the code yet. Effort alone doesn't guarantee you views.
Cracking
the
code.
When you finally get the strategy right, that same effort will transform your channel fast. Keep going. Never stop experimenting.
Lesson 1.
Lesson 2.
Lesson 2.
Failure is actually the best thing to happen to you while you're making YouTube videos. So long as you're intentional. I would make videos.
People don't believe, I hit the stop button a long time ago. People don't believe that you failing is a learning process. Failure, it's not like one day I woke up and got, by the way, we have our main channel has over 500,000 subscribers. Our main channel has over 507,000 subscribers. We're getting about 1,000 new subscribers every week now. The channel is we got the formula to the channel. All you have to do is keep pushing at it and keep learning and trial and error. Everything that's an error is a learning experience. You set that to the side and figure out why it didn't work that way.
And not know why the algorithm picked them up. I still have no idea why this one popped off. I'm just glad that it did. It's taken a lot of trial and error that I could have skipped if I had just made each video with a goal in mind. I realized this when I made a video about the only gear that you need as a small creator. I had seen other people in the YouTube education space do that and get results.
Right.
I figured it would be nice to have some affiliate links out there. But the true goal of that video was to test if you guys liked it or not. Look at the retention on that video. 54% still watching at 30 seconds, compared to my usual 70%. It flopped. But I learned exactly what you don't come to me for. You want strategy and mindset, the why of things, not gear reviews. Now when I make videos, I'm putting something to the test. A flop you understand is more valuable than a hit you don't. Lesson 3. There's a lot of conflicting advice out there. Everyone has a take on why you should or shouldn't copy other videos. I think the answer changes based on how far into your journey you are. When you're bigger, copying someone makes you look like a pale imitation. Why would anybody want to watch a worse version? Let's be real, you're probably not going to get more views on a video if you directly copy it. But I don't know about you, but I don't need 300,000 views on a video. I'm happy to get 3,000. I'm not trying to replace them. I just need to get results so I can see what's working and what doesn't on this platform.
Right.
Every single one of my outlets.
Right. A lot of people don't like the style or the type of video I'm doing. Maybe they don't see reaction videos. I started off doing videos like he's doing. I found out real quick that I'm not a good speaker. So, and me having these headphones on, I'm hearing myself. So I'm hearing myself through a sound system because I'm a sound technician and I want to hear what it is you all are hearing. Does that make sense? So I'm more of a behind the scenes type person. I've never been in front of the camera. I'm still learning. And it's been 7 years of doing this and I'm still just getting comfortable taking what's in my mind and getting it out my mouth. Practice. You have to practice. So I keep encouraging my students to keep uploading videos, practice on one thing. Like I have a student now that's actually adding in, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. And when she does it, oh man, I forgot to do it. I'm doing it at the end, but now she's thinking about it. Thinking about what you getting ready to say and read it into a camera or whatever. It's hard to do, man. That is real hard to do. Here we go. I'm a freestyler.
Based on someone else's video. And now I'm a full-time YouTuber. I'm learning from the things that work on the platform so I can develop my own gut sense over time. As I spend more time making content for my audience, I get better at knowing what works for them and what doesn't. Eventually, I won't need to use outside inspiration. I can just copy myself. But until then, yeah, learn from the people who figured it out. It's my whole channel's purpose. If I can do it, so can you. Lesson 4. Most people remix videos blindly. They see something.
If I can do it, you can do it. If I can do this, you can do it. You write down your strong points and you write down your weak points. I know my weak points and I'm working on my weak points. Your channel will start really, really growing if you take everything you know you're weak at and just do an hour, 2 hours a day studying it. Then your weak points start coming up. Your strong points, you don't have to practice that. That's only 1 or 2 things that you're strong at. Everybody knows you're strong at that. So getting stronger at that is going to do what for you? I'll call you back. I'll call you back on that one. Yeah.
Work and try to copy it, but they have no idea what actually made it great. Was it the hook, the pacing, a specific insight? You're guessing. Ed Lawrence shared a tactic that changed everything for me. He showed how you can use a transcript and the comments from a video that inspires you and then reverse engineer what made that video great. Check this out. This is a video by George Blackman. He's a wonderful scriptwriter, something that I've been trying to improve on lately. I liked how his video was a good example of what he was teaching in it. And I analyzed the transcript and the comments to understand exactly what resonated. Now I can see what key points were in the video and jog my memory, as well as what worked best so that I know what to include in my own version. Here's another example. You can do this for one of your own videos. Here's one of my best. You can see everything that made it awesome. The key moments, what people loved, what kept them watching. Imagine knowing exactly what someone loved about a video before you make it. Everything that made it unique. All the things you should include in your own version. Lesson 5. Half the gurus say go all in on shorts. And the other half says shorts will kill your channel. Every time you open YouTube, someone's preaching a new strategy. And the pressure to excel in both formats is overwhelming. You only have so many hours in the day, so which is it? For most people, shorts are a trap. Many people think shorts and longs are the same thing. They're both videos, right?
They definitely
That assumption can wreck your growth. Think about it. When you watch long-form videos, you're in a specific mode. Same when you're watching short-form videos. You don't cross over. Take something as basic as a hook. A hook's a hook, right? Not at all. A hook on a long-form video is 15 to 45 seconds. A hook on a short is 3 to 8 seconds. They seem similar, but they are 2 very different skill sets. Short form and long form are 2 completely different ecosystems, with viewers who have completely different viewing behaviors. Focusing on what is basically 2 different platforms is going to slow your growth down a ton. Most creators either burn out or only focus on one format. If you burn out trying to do both, you won't make it to video 52. But there is one thing that makes this manageable. Nexus Clips. It uses AI to find the best clips from your long-form content automatically. It auto-generates shorts with captions and formatting, and what used to take hours can now take minutes. If you want to do both formats without the editing grind, check out Nexus Clips. You can use code DAVE on nexusclips.com for 10% off, or you could just click the link in the description. Lesson 6. You finished 10 hours of editing on your video. You've probably spent 20 or more on this thing altogether. Then you go to upload it, and you toss together a thumbnail, and you pick a title, and you send it out into the world, and nothing happens. All that hard work for nothing. No one is even paying attention. This really hit home for me when I made this video. The key to YouTube success, everyone gets wrong. I had this idea of me turning a golden key in an ornate door. That's why I bought that prop over there and spray painted it a better gold. I could picture the silhouette in my head. I knew it would be a really cool thumbnail. I made the video and then jumped into Photoshop afterwards to make the thumbnail, and I just couldn't do it. My skills didn't match my vision.
Yes.
I've since tried a few thumbnails and titles on that video, and it's never made a difference. When you make your title and thumbnail first, you're able to lock them in before you spend many, many more hours on something that wasn't good in the first place. Also, you can now pay off the packaging. It made a promise, you need to keep it. Now I make thumbnails before I even script any video. Lesson 7. A couple years back, before this year of consistent uploads, I was making videos about board game design. I made 10 videos before I quit because it wasn't working. And then 6 months later, one of those videos took off. Same with this one, which took 26 days and now is my 3rd most viewed video on the channel. So many people delete their videos because they aren't getting views. If you do that, then you'll never have a chance for this to happen to you.
Never, ever, I mean, never, ever delete a video off your channel. Never, ever delete it off your channel. You might want to pause it or make it unlisted. And I don't even recommend to do that. Once you make that video and it goes public, you might well keep it public. I don't know why you want to unlist it. I had a student of mine who started unlisting and I deleted that video. Why would you delete it? That's a learning curve. Don't delete your learning. You got to learn from this stuff, man.
Your content might already be good enough, and it's just taking time for the almighty algorithm to notice you. Now I think of every video like a lottery ticket. The more videos you upload, the more chances you have to win.
The lottery.
Lesson 8. But even though every video is a lottery ticket, and of course the algorithm would love as many videos as possible, you can go too hard, too fast. One of the first lessons I learned that led to me quitting for over a year was that you can burn out in as little as 10 videos. And don't get me wrong, you can do a sprint from time to time, but YouTube is a long-term game, a marathon. You need to find a pace that you can maintain for years, not months. Lesson 9. Growing on YouTube is actually really simple when you think about it. Think about all your favorite channels, the people that you've been watching for years. For me, that's Philip DeFranco, Sorted Food, Ed Lawrence, Corridor Crew, Nate Black, Nerdforge, the list goes on. And this is going to sound really stupid when I say it like this, but how do you think they got as big as they did? They didn't quit. It's the one skill that every big YouTuber has in common. Think about it like this. If you get better by even just 1% with each video, and you keep posting, it's literally impossible not to succeed. Like I said, super simple, but that doesn't make it easy. Lesson 10. YouTube isn't a video platform. It's a click and watch platform. Go to your homepage. Look at all the content there competing for attention. Your content needs to sit next to those and be the better choice. Your video needs to win that click. That's the whole game.
That's
Lesson
the game.
11. There's one piece of outdated advice that's becoming less and less relevant every day. I used to spend hours on keyword research for every video, optimizing titles for search, checking monthly volume, trying to rank for specific terms. When was the last time that you paid attention while searching on YouTube? Have you noticed that half of the things it shows you is just the algorithm's suggestions based on your watch history? You find more of what you've already watched. As a result, picking a keyword to own to try and rank for is pointless. Of course, search can still get you traffic, but since TikTok was released, YouTube has shifted to recommendations for everything. Lesson 12. I learned something recently, and I'm thinking now that I know this, I want to go back and redo a lot of the titles on my old videos. It was something I discovered when I did a deep dive into my titles after a string of underperformers in October. Look at this video. How to make sure your next YouTube video actually gets views. This seems like a decent title at face value, but it's missing something important. If you think about it, it's always present, an ongoing struggle, important but not urgent. I should probably figure this out someday. Now compare it to this one. Stop wasting 20 hours on videos that get 300 views. Do this first. This one is about something that happened at a specific moment in time, creating immediate urgency. I need this right now. The first one is chronic pain, and the second is acute pain. So now I ask in every video, what just happened to this person that makes them need this right now? But that's only half the equation. Lesson 13. But even when you nail the timing, most people still get the title wrong. Now that you know about finding the acute moment for each video, there's another equally important thing to pair with it to get the best titles possible. Most people don't know the solution to their own problem. They just know that they have a problem. Look at the difference. This is a solution-aware title. How to validate your YouTube video ideas before filming. They need to know that this is the solution to their problem or they won't watch this. Compare that to stop wasting 20 hours on videos that get 300 views, do this first, which is a problem-aware title. They know that this is the problem they're facing. Then when they watch the video, it's about validating video ideas before you film. Speak to the problem they know they have, not the solution they don't know exists. Lesson 14. It's a challenge.
He went too fast on that one. That's all this is I call it like phase 2 of your YouTube journey, because right now, the very beginner, all they need to do is make a video, upload it, give it a title, make a video, upload it, make a video, get in the habit of that. Your phase 2 will be making your title and your thumbnail agree with each other and adding in problem awareness. People have a problem, you have the solution.
Then when they watch the video, it's about validating video ideas before you film.
Right.
Speak to the problem they know they have, not the solution they don't know exists. Lesson 14. It's a challenge to get people to binge.
Don't speak to the solution, because they don't know that the problem exists. How did he say it?
They know that this is the problem they're facing.
They have a problem.
Then when they watch the video, it's about validating video ideas before you film. Speak to the problem they know they have, not the solution they don't know exists. Lesson 14.
Not the solution.
It's a challenge to get people to binge watch your content. But it's what YouTube cares about the most. So how do you do it? The goal is to make it so each video speaks to the same person. One trick to do this is to imagine talking to the same person each time you film. Maybe it's your sibling, or your spouse, or your future kid. For me, I'm speaking to myself from 3 years ago. When I was in the middle of trying to figure everything out, trying to reverse engineer things and put it together, I was a scattered, unconfident mess. There were a ton of things that I knew I needed to do, but I didn't know how, and more importantly, why it was needed. Now I make videos for that guy, the one who knows he needs to do something, but doesn't know what or why. When you have a specific person in mind, you know immediately if a video is a good idea or bad. But knowing your person is just the beginning. Lesson 15. Consistency is the golden key to YouTube success. You've probably heard about how important it is. Many people think they know what it means when they really don't. Consistency isn't just showing up weekly or even monthly. It's about showing up over and over, even when things get hard. It's about speaking to the same person and solving the same problem in every video and doing it over and over for a long period of time. I recently helped a channel that was posting tutorials, vlogs, and update videos. Anytime one of them did well, they would post the next video, and anyone who liked the first would become a dead subscriber because they realized that the next video wasn't meant for them. Now I use that term a lot, solve a problem. And it's easy to think of informational problems. But if you're an entertainment channel, the problem you solve could be a relaxing video to watch after a hard day's work, or videos that make people chuckle. Let them live vicariously through your adventures, or just a place where your viewer can just hang out with the boys. It's about the feeling you want them to leave with when they're done watching your videos. Content consistency means serving the same person and the same problem every single video. Lesson 16. I struggle with imposter syndrome. Why would anybody want to watch me? I'm not saying anything new, but I've come to realize that there are people who I just like how they share their experience. I seek out their content because I like them more than others talking on the same subject. And sure, initially it's about the information, but then it comes down to who I trust. I love to hear from Nate Black, Jake Klaus, Ed Lawrence, and Pat Flynn. I watch anything they produce. I just like the way they share information and respect their experience. There are just some people you jive with more than others.
Exactly.
Some people will choose you over everyone else, not because you're better, but because you're their person. Lesson 17. I'm just going to throw this out there in case you need to hear it. You're allowed to make a video even if someone else has already made one like it. How you share your information, your experience, those are the things that matter. Lesson 18. One of the most important questions you can ask yourself as a creator is, am I making content that people genuinely want to watch? Be brutally honest with yourself. You need to sit next to all those other great pieces of content on the platform and be the better choice. Here are some of my videos that I made without thinking about the bigger picture. They're good videos for the wrong audience. Every video you make should answer, does this serve your audience, or is it just content? Lesson 19. You can make the best video in the world, but if it's not meant for your audience, then what was the point? You need to build momentum to serve the same person every time. Making a banger video meant for a different person just confuses the algorithm.
Yes.
Look at this. This is a great video, but it's on the wrong topic. 31.3% average view duration. Whereas this is a flawed video on the right topic. 41.5%. A perfect video on the wrong topic loses to a good video on the right topic. So when you finally find the right topic, don't make this next mistake that I made. Lesson 20. It shames me to say this, but I left a ton of views on the floor, and it took me months to realize this. I've had a handful of viral videos, which is super cool. I'm incredibly blessed. I'm only now realizing what made those videos great. Every time I'd sit down to make my next video, I'd come to the table with new ideas, which isn't bad. I'd want to make my version of a video that I saw, or I was inspired by the comments that I got, or a newsletter of mine that got a positive reception. All great. I had two main methods for finding ideas. The first was finding outlier videos from other creators, and the other was through a brainstorm session using my audience analysis to find something you guys would like. But there's a third method that I somehow managed to forget for way too long. Making videos based on my own big videos. One of the best pieces of advice is to double down on what works.
Sorry, y'all.
Look at this. 12 things you must do after uploading a YouTube video to get more views. 220,000 views. I should have made another one like it much sooner. And it took me 5 months to make 8 things you should never do after uploading a YouTube video, which already has 260,000 views. Or this one, How to Survive Being a Small YouTube Channel, The Truth About Growth. 331,000 views 8 months ago. I just recently finally made a follow-up video. It's also an outlier, but I bet it would have gotten even more views if I hadn't waited so long. It's like finding a gold mine and just walking away. Went looking for a different mine instead of just digging deeper in the one that was already producing.
Yep.
When a bunch of people watch one of your videos, the best thing you can do to leverage that momentum is to give them more of what they liked. So go write down your top 5 performing videos and make a spiritual successor to one of them. This video was modeled after one of my best videos, Brutally Honest Advice About YouTube Growth in 19 Minutes. 2 of my last 3 videos were also based on older ones, and they were both 1 of 10s. If these lessons are landing, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps. Lesson 21. When I first started making content on this channel, I would post a video, and it would do nothing. And then I would effectively throw my hands up in the air and say, I don't get it. And then I would pivot and try to find something else that would work. That's actually a really bad way to do things. You need to be consistent for it to work. One of the best rules that I put in place was not checking YouTube Studio until at least 24 hours after an upload. Lesson 22. In order to reach escape velocity, you need to get a little better with each video. One really helpful mindset for this is to treat each video like an experiment. Go in asking yourself, what can I learn from this upload? Look at these 3 videos. Experiments to see if remixing my popular content worked. Or these 2, testing if talking about money resonated. And that gear video, testing if you wanted that content. Treat every video like an experiment, designed to teach you something. But experiments without structure is just chaos. Lesson 23. Making content is hard. You need to be a good enough marketer, presenter, editor, storyteller, strategist, and more. And you need to invest a ton of time. One of the reasons my hiatus lasted as long as it did, having learned from burning myself out going too fast, was because I realized there was one thing I absolutely needed if I wanted to post weekly. It's the difference between growth and stagnation. There is no way I could plan a video, craft a thumbnail, feel confident with the title, write the script, rewrite the script better, film the video, edit the video, make the description, and so on, all within a week. And keep in mind that I'm also doing a weekly newsletter and posting on my community wall every other day. And while I was doing this, I was still at my day job before things took off. I realized the power of systems. When you figure out how to do something, write it down. It's the heart of building systems. Once I figured out how I like to do my hooks, I didn't need to reinvent the process every single video. I did this for every piece of the chain. Now when I sit down to make something, I have a system in place that produces good enough videos every single time. Systems remove all of the human error. Pilots don't wing it. They have a pre-flight checklist every single time, even after 5,000 flights, because the checklist catches what your brain forgets. Let me give you one of my systems. Here's my outlier search system. Once a week, I go to vidIQ and I use their outlier search feature. I search for terms related to my niche, and I sift through the junk to find the gold. Once I find some good candidates for remixing, I check them against my title validation document, which is just a document that I made with AI by doing a deep dive case study on the titles that work and don't work for my channel and for channels like mine. If you want to do this for yourself, I have one of the best deals I've ever seen on a YouTube tool linked in my description. You can try vidIQ for a month for just $1. Lesson 24. What makes systems so powerful is that you use them, see what results you get, and then change the system to get better results. You iterate and improve them layer by layer. My process for titles and thumbnails and scripts and hooks are all vastly different than when I started, because each time I learned something new, I updated the system to get better results. My current scripting document is at version 9 at this point, but that's actually the second ground up rebuild. I couldn't tell you how many versions there were on the one before it. Lesson 25. The way you do this is to focus on one thing at a time. Spend the next 5 videos figuring out how you like to do your thumbnails. And once you're happy, move on to the next thing, and so on. Do this for everything until the videos you release are good enough. Then set up Basecamp. Relax for a moment. See how things played out. Then, when you're ready, loop back through and update things again. Careful not to burn yourself out. You're effectively stretching your comfort zone. And if you don't let yourself rest, you won't stretch, you'll snap. I'm only now making my second pass through all my systems, and it's been a year. It takes time to iterate as you go. Lesson 26. Looking at your analytics can be a trap. I know of no other surefire way to tank my mood than to dig into the numbers. But if you feel the need to look at something, I think the most important one to look at is how many people are watching near the end of your video. What percentage are still there at the 90% mark? 90% is the point at the end of the video just before things begin to drop off because the video is ending. All of the metrics that YouTube cares about comes from getting people to the end of a video. The better you do, the better your channel will do. I think it's the ultimate metric. So ask yourself, are you making content that people genuinely want to watch? How many can you keep to the end? Look at these retention graphs. Before I focused on this, I often sat around the 18% mark. And now that it's a priority of mine, I'm closer to 29%. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it's getting close to double. Lesson 27. One of the cardinal sins of retention is signaling that the video is going to end. When you say, in conclusion, or let's recap, you're going to cut your remaining viewership in half. This is a poor signal to the algorithm, and you cut in half the amount of people who might want to watch your suggested video at the end. Just look at this retention graph. Can you see where I signaled the end too soon? Lesson 28. Every video is an island. If they need to watch something else to understand, you've messed up. The moment you say, as you know from the last video, half your audience bounces. Make every video work standalone, because, lesson 29, 70% of every video is people watching you for the first time. Go check yours. It's probably about the same.
This dude, no analytics. I like this. I liked him. Yeah, one video should stand alone. Don't say, well, tomorrow I'm gonna show y'all the finished product. Tomorrow these people are into something completely different. They not even looking at YouTube. They done forgot about you. They got their own lives to live. Make one video from the rooter to the tutor. That's how you get results.
Every video works standalone, because, lesson 29, 70% of every video is people watching you for the first time.
For the first time.
Go check yours. It's probably about the same. Every video is someone's first time seeing you. Stop worrying about if you've said something too many times. Lesson 30. Let's face it, bigger channels play by different rules. Bigger creators like Ali Abdaal can start a video by saying, hey friends, welcome back to the channel. You probably can't. Your size changes what you can get away with. Lesson 31. The hard truth is, YouTube doesn't care how much time and effort you put into a video. You're not owed anything for spending more time on a video. And it sucks. There's no worse feeling than putting your heart and soul into something only for it to get 30 views. This is why having proper expectations, running experiments, and enjoying the process are so important. Lesson 32. New creators love buying gear. New camera, new mic, new lights. I was the same way. I thought better equipment would get me more views. But a great creator with basic equipment will always outperform a mediocre creator with top-of-the-line gear. The gear doesn't make you better. Your skills do. Just look at Ryan Trahan. Everything he does is on an iPhone. I think it's better to invest in yourself more than your gear. Take courses, study successful creators, practice. No one can take your skills away from you. Lesson 33. I used to do what every new creator does. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and leave a comment. Of course, I'd love you to do all those things, but when you ask for everything, you create too much friction, too many options. Human psychology works against you here. Ask for one clear action at a time. When it's simply, please hit the subscribe button, or do nothing, it's much more likely that they'll take action. That's because decision fatigue is real. More options equals less action. Lesson 34. You're probably doing too much right now. Not because you're inefficient, not because you're bad at this, but because somewhere along the way, you started believing that success on YouTube means doing everything perfectly, all at once. If all you did was watch my content alone, it would be too much. Now add in every other YouTube guru that you follow. No wonder you're exhausted. The information isn't the problem. It's the expectation that you should be implementing all of it right now, that is. One of my favorite sayings is, slow down, you'll get there faster. Lesson 35. Each thing you do is like spinning a plate. Eventually you'll add too many and it all comes crashing down. I was convinced for a very long time that I needed to be everywhere, do everything, post as much as possible. I was going to do Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn, and short form across all 4 platforms. That would have been a nightmare. When you try to do too much, LinkedIn, shorts, email, YouTube videos, a podcast, you split your focus so much that you never get a chance to get good at one thing. I guarantee you, focusing on 1 or 2 things will get you where you want to go much faster. Lesson 36. Keep things as simple as possible. You can go really far with really simple systems. I've watched a good handful of videos about email marketing, and you can quickly get into the weeds with different funnels, segmentation, automation sequences, Facebook ads, cross-promotion, and more. I tried that at first. I built this complex system with tags and sequences and multiple lead magnets. I spent more time managing that system than actually creating content. Then I simplified it. Weekly email, 1 lead magnet, that's it. You can make life-changing money with very simple systems. My entire business is just make weekly videos, send a weekly email, have a lead magnet to collect emails, have one-on-one coaching, and a program I offer every few months. Nothing fancy. That simple system took me from $50 a month to $8,000 months in under a year. But simple doesn't mean instant. Lesson 37. Another new favorite phrase of mine was one that my dad shared with me recently. Do the next right thing. When you're at 50 views per video for months, it feels like nothing's working. You're in what I call the valley of death. You're doing all the work and not seeing any of the results. You're getting a little better with each upload. You're learning what your audience wants. You're building a body of work. Then one video hits, then another. Suddenly you're at 500 views average, then 2,000, then 10,000. YouTube growth is on an exponential curve, but you only reach it if you do the right things long enough for them to compound. YouTube is a long-term game, and the valley of death requires you doing the next right thing consistently if you want to reach escape velocity. Which is why the next one matters so much. Lesson 38. One of the most important questions you can ask yourself: are you still enjoying this? Ask it every month, because if you're not enjoying this, you're not going to make it the years that it takes to turn this into something more. A couple months back, I was deep in the grind, updating my scripting doc, prepping videos, planning a content sprint, running my membership program, planning a digital product, and I had a friend who asked if I wanted to come over and play some board games for the day. And my first instinct was, no, I'm too busy. And then it hit me. I wasn't enjoying this anymore. I turned YouTube into another job I resented. The whole point of doing all of this is freedom. The freedom to say yes to things like that.
Yes.
So follow the fun. Upload a video that's just for you. Dive into a fun editing technique. Explore a new program or make something neat with AI. Wherever you find joy in the process, do more of that. Focus on that. If you're not enjoying the journey, you're not going to make it. Lesson 39. If your motivation to make videos is dictated by numbers go up, you're in for a bad time. If all you care about is views, then all it takes is one bad video to ruin your consistency. If you don't enjoy the process, you're not going to survive the valley of death. Your motivation has to come somewhere deeper than just the numbers. Lesson 40. Focus on what you can control. You can't control which videos YouTube pushes, but you can control how often you show up. Keep getting better. Keep posting. Lesson 41. I catch myself doing this all the time. It's easy to see other channels and ask yourself why things are working for them and not for you. There's always more to the story. There have been a number of times I felt that way, only to learn that this isn't their first channel, or they're paying people to help them. Be careful not to compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Many of the fastest growing channels out there are built on existing audiences. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Stop checking the competitor tabs. Stop measuring yourself against people that are playing a different game. Focus on your own growth, your progress, your own next video. Lesson 42. In order for you to succeed and reach your goals, you need 3 things working together. You need a strategy in place, the game plan and understanding of who you help, the content you make, where you want to go in the future. You also need the tips and tactics to do things like how to write a hook, what to include in a thumbnail, how to present in front of camera. But it's easy to forget that you need to set your expectations properly and have the right mindset to survive when it gets difficult, to stubbornly persist when everything in you wants to throw in the towel. The growth mindset to know where you are is nowhere near where you'll end up. Think of it like a 3-legged stool. You remove one leg and it falls over. Strategy, tactics, and mindset. The 3 of these working together in balance is how you win YouTube. Don't neglect your mental health. Problems can creep in before you even know it. Lesson 43. There is one style of video I absolutely cannot stand. If I could, I would delete them from every channel on YouTube. My experience, the experience of every person I've ever coached, every person in my mentorship has struggled through the early growth phase. It is an irrevocable truth that YouTube takes time. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So when I see a video titled, "From 0 to 1,000 subscribers in just 9 days, how I did it," or "How I got monetized on YouTube in 30 days without even trying," and every single time it has a bunch of views, because of course we all want to grow our channel fast, but they're selling a lie. I help a lot of small creators, and a lot of them come to me in a panic. I look and I see that they've only posted for a month or two. They're so concerned because nothing's working, because they've been promised success in 7 videos or monetization in 3 weeks. These videos aren't just bad advice, they're toxic. You can't shortcut the learning curve. You have to actually develop the skills. It's going to take time, and that's okay. Lesson 44.
44?
YouTube isn't just about learning how to make videos. It's about becoming the person who can make them. Think about one skill that you have that you're proud of. How long did it take you to get to where you are today? Now think about all the different skills you need as a YouTuber. You need to be a marketer, a presenter, an editor, storyteller, a strategist. You need to handle rejection, manage your time, overcome imposter syndrome, stay consistent when nothing's working. You can't shortcut personal growth. You have to actually become better. YouTube growth is personal growth. The channel is just a reflection of how much you've developed as a person and a creator. Journey before destination. The person you become along the way is worth more than the subscribers you gain. They'll show up as a byproduct. Lesson 45. You can know something and not know it, if you know what I mean. It's one thing to logically understand something. For example, I know growing on YouTube takes time, but I still fret over why things are taking as long as they do because I haven't internalized that growing on YouTube takes time. I knew YouTube took time. I read it everywhere. I understood it logically, but I've still found myself refreshing analytics every hour, wondering why things aren't working faster. There's a difference between knowing something and internalizing it. You can understand a truth intellectually and still not feel it in your bones. Most of the things you'll hear me say in this video, you'll still need to learn the hard way. That's okay. We're only human. Hopefully hearing them will help you internalize them faster. Lesson 46. The bigger you get, the more negative comments you'll see. That's just simple.
Amen.
Imagine
Amen.
if a restaurant owner shut down because one person didn't like their food. Professional creators treat feedback like data, not personal attacks. YouTube is like running a business. It's easy to focus on the bad. So when you get a negative comment, hide it from the channel, and then go look at the 10 comments before and after it. Treat feedback like data, not personal attacks. Your video wasn't meant for that person. There will be people who don't like you. That's fine. You're not making content for everyone. It's literally impossible for everyone to like you. So don't treat comments like they should. Lesson 47. Your best ideas don't come while grinding. They come in the shower, or on walks, or while playing some games. Rest isn't waste. It informs your creative work. Lesson 48. Don't dwell on mistakes. Learn from them and move on. You're not perfect. Don't expect to never make the same mistake twice. Lesson 49. One key principle of YouTube growth is the concept of momentum. Every once in a while, I'll see a channel that used to be bigger than me. I caught up, and every time I dig a little bit deeper, they died because they lost momentum. They either stopped posting for a bit, changed subjects for a while, focus on another channel, or something that caused them to stop. Now, I'm not going to give any channel names, that's not the point. But I've passed channels that had 30K or 40K subscribers when I was at 5K. They stopped posting for 3 months and lost momentum. Now I'm at 49K and they're still at 30K. Momentum beats talent. Momentum beats production quality. Just keep posting. Lesson 50. When you make a video and it does well, your audience is going to expect more of it. One of my board game videos did really well before I started talking about how to get unstuck on YouTube. And I felt pressured to make more of that type of content. I'd gained 8,000 subscribers over a year who wanted more of that. When I decided to change direction, the majority of my comments boiled down to, "We don't want this. What are you doing?" It's easy to get caught up in chasing views, but be careful what you wish for. It took a lot of effort for me to undo the momentum that I built in the board game niche, but it was worth it. Don't be afraid to experiment, but always check to see if you wouldn't mind making a lot more of the content you're making if it does well. Lesson 51. Learn to balance what you want with what people want to see. Too heavy in one direction is a recipe for frustration. If you only make what you want without considering your audience, you'll probably struggle to grow. If you only make what you think will get views, you'll probably burn out quickly. The sweet spot is finding topics that you're genuinely interested in that also resonate with your audience. The key is finding the right balance. Never stop experimenting to find that overlap. Lesson 52. If you want to succeed on YouTube, there's one skill that's more important than anything else. The only way to succeed is to outlast everyone else who started before you. The only real failure is stopping. Every other outcome is just data for your next attempt. Your next video doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to exist. Keep trying. Be stubborn about it. Retry more than anyone else in their right mind would. If you do, you'll inevitably win. These lessons show you what works, but they don't show you how to actually implement them without burning out, or which ones matter the most for where you are right now. That's exactly what this video covers. It's my complete system, strategy, tactics, and mindset, all working together. Everything I learned building this channel from nothing to full-time in under a year.
That was deep. That was real deep right there. 52. Man. Even Uncle Mike learned something. I learned something in this video, man. That is incredible. Don't forget, on this channel, we go live every Sunday and every Wednesday. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. That way you'll know. Hit the bell so you'll know when we go live. You can sign up. Once you sign up for our 4 free videos, we probably send you an email. We're going to start sending out emails to people, let them know we live. Because some people forget. A lot of people got a lot of things to do, like Uncle Mike do. One time I forgot to do a whole live stream because I'm working so hard. I love to work hard because of my haters. See, the haters' job is to hate. People, he was talking about negative comments. Don't worry about the negative comments. They're going to come. They came on this channel already. Don't worry about that. Get strong skin and say, look here, I'm focused on going down this road. Nothing's going to stop me. I will win. Say that to yourself every now and then. I will win. And then little by little, I'm telling you, this is your little train, right? Then you add 1 more horsepower. Then you get that in there real good. Then you add 1 more horsepower. Get that in there real good. Then you add another horsepower. Next thing you know that you be adding so much stuff, and next thing you know, that I can't even move my hand fast enough to keep up with you. Y'all take it light, take it slow. You tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Shh. One thing at a time. Peace out.